pertaining to the theme of container cargo transportation. Shifting from road to sea transportation is a central question, not least for French family-owned, globally operating container carrier CMA CGM. Currently ranked number 3 in the world, CMA CGM is at the forefront of environmentally sustainable solutions. Their managing director for Scandinavia is here to guide us through the challenges and possibilities of such a shift. Ladies and gentlemen, from road to sea with Linus Ljungmark.
Tack. Right. I thought about I never get this opportunity to speak in such a big audience again. So I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna enter stage again, and you're gonna whoa. Okay. All right. Right. Now. Hey. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm gonna talk about moving cargo from road to sea, and you'll say, how interesting can this be? And it is actually interesting. So I'll give you 15 minutes of your attention, all right? So we are on the road to something. So let's explain. There's 138,500 trucks per year that goes through Sweden up to Norway. Over 50% of these trucks are coming from Germany, Poland, and Lithuania. And over 70% of the cargo is going to Oslo area. So for a shipping line, it's a tremendous opportunity to start a shipping line. Okay. There we go. Business opportunity, excellent. All right, we're gonna cut the CO2 by 50%. And the authority says, wow! We made an application and got 8 million Swedish crowns from the Swedish authorities, eco-bonus. Is Mr. Björn Garberg here somewhere? No, all right. He helped me a lot with this. But the state gave us 8 million to start a sea service running from Lübeck to Halmstad to Oslo. So we were the first carrier ever to get this support for the green, supporting the green. And we thought, wow, we're going to make things happen. Now, we will do it. There was some unfair competition. You say, unfair competition, well, the world is not fair, is it? But I mean, now we're going to go down and say, what does unfair competition mean? So, in 1997, the Swedish authorities said, we cannot have the trucks running for free. We have to charge them something. So, driving through Sweden, all the way up to Svinesund, and driving back again, we're going to charge them 160 Swedish krona. Yeah. That distance is 900 kilometers. If they would have used the German Maut system, which is charged per kilometer, it would have been more than 10 times more. All right. So we said, we asked for a change. I met the Minister of Economic Affairs. I met the Infrastructure Minister and said, guys, I mean, you cannot charge 160 krona for driving 900 kilometers for cargo that's just passing by Sweden up to Norway. So there was a change. In 2019, they changed. And in percentage, it was a huge increase. But in actual Swedish crowns, not that much. So 240 Swedish crowns is now for driving 900 kilometers using our highway network. At the same time, the Germans thought that this wear and tear is costing money, so they also increased. And here is really, so what is really the problem? I'm going to pretend I'm a German and calculating the cost for wear and tear of the Autobahn. And I calculate and say, 287 öre. This is what I need per kilometer to maintain my highway. And then comes a Swedish politician and say, 27 öre. How can two politicians from two different countries reach such different result? I don't know. The Germans, they don't have a push of moving cargo from road to sea. But the Swedish authorities, they do. So it should be really be the opposite. Yeah. Interesting. The thing is, as long as we have this system in place, I will not spend one more dime in moving cargo from road to sea. I tried it once, I burned my fingers, I'm not going to do it again until they change this. Because it's impossible to compete with the trucks on these trading conditions. Some of the arguments used by the Swedish authorities was, well, they might not pay that much road tax, but we get money from when they refuel, and there we get income. So I'm just going to spend a few moments and see that I don't think you get a dime from that either. This is the diesel prices of 2012 to 2020 on average. That shows that it's about 35% cheaper to fuel up in Poland or Lithuania compared to Sweden and Norway. An average truck can load about 800 liters of diesel, and it consumes about 4 liters per 10 kilometers. So a truck can drive 2,000 kilometers, and the distance between Malmö, Oslo and Malmö back is 1,100 kilometers. Do you think they will stop by our roads and refuel? No. Why should we? So the only thing we get is 240 Swedish crowns per truck. Does that really pay to drive 90 kilometers on our highway? And if not, maybe we should increase it, at least to cover the actual cost. We have seen heavy traffic on the E6, right? Yes, we have. And now you know it's 138,000 trucks per year. Let's just push this a little bit one step forward and say, if we assume that they keep the 3-second rule that you will learn in traffic school, right? And they drive 100 kilometers per hour on average. How far do you think the daily road train is with trucks that just goes through Sweden up to Norway? Any idea? No? Okay. I know the answer. 50 kilometers of E6 is occupied every day by trucks going on transit through Sweden, paying 240 Swedish crowns for the round trip. So, if we're going to conclude this, today we have a road tax not based on distance. If you drive in transit through Sweden, you can drive as far as you want because it's the same amount. That's cheaper diesel at the origin, so we don't get any tax money from the diesel either. We have a lot of trucks on our roads. And the CO2. I mean, this CO2 thing, it's not just a minor thing. Looking at this summer, as a lot of the speakers have said, we have seen the impacts. What happens when we get global warming? Right? Yeah, it's not fun anymore. It's really, really alarming. I mean, we can do something simple here. So who is the winner today with the current system? Well, Norwegians, they're smiling. We get cheap imports. And really, if we would 10 times the tax, from 240 to 2,400, I mean, you have thousands of parcels into a container. So the amount per parcel is going to be very, very limited. It's not going to cost the Norwegian consumers much more if they raise the road tax. But who are the biggest losers today? It's we. There's been a lot of studies. How do we move cargo from road to sea? And how many times have we tried it? I think the inconvenient truth is nothing will happen until the authorities start to say, well, let's charge for the costs that actually are. So I think we have a great idea. Just charge the cost and let's do it now. That was my message for today. Thank you for that again. Thank you.